On today's episode of Sarova at 50, we talk to executive chef Avraj Marwa and hear about his experiences at Sarova.
I'm Avraj Marwa. My current position is Senior Executive Chef at Sarova Hotels for the Nairobi cluster. That's my current position, and I've been in Sarova almost 15 years now. I think before I start my journey, I have a very interesting story that ties up with this journey of Sarova. Actually, my first experience in the hospitality field, even before I joined any formal education in hospitality, was actually at Sarova Pan-Afric. That dates back to 1994. I was an intern. I was not really sure what I really wanted. I always wanted to be a chef, but just to make sure that's the right profession for me, before going to university, I got an internship with Pan-Afric Hotel, and that was my first real experience of a hotel back then, and I've never looked backwards. One interesting point as a trainee, with other trainees, you would, joke around with one another saying, one day I'll come back here as the executive chef, I'll be this, I'll be that, big talk, big dreams. And that's where my dream started. And coming back to Pan-Afric many, many years later, after having moved out and rejoining Sarova Hotels in 2010, coming back to Pan-Afric as the executive chef was a dream come true for me. Well, I can actually remember my first day. I joined Sarova on a day, I think they had just started doing events for State House. That was in the time of the late Mwai Kibaki. I joined the day before a very big event. And I was actually literally thrown into the kitchen and told, just hold this section, as we sought one or two other things by the exec chef and our director of F&B, Mr. Shalenda at that time. And it was baptism by fire. I actually went ahead and did my orientation many months later, when there was a bit of time, but I was just thrown into the deep end. I'm told, handle and sort. Imagine in a new kitchen, new environment, you don't know people, and just being thrown into, and I think that gave me the strength to carry on, because from there I created, had roots strong enough that not many things shake me. So I think that experience has built me over time as well. I think for me, I've done both the small high-end events to the very large events. I think, numbers, I've done 10,000 packs severally. Afri cities, there was 10,000 packs for breakfast, 10,000 for lunch, for 5 continuous days. And these are not, these were high-end delegates from all over the world, where the UN is represented, heads of government from all over the world were there, several heads of state. So for catering that and being successful, I think was a big thing for me as an individual to have achieved and led that team that did Afri cities. We've had bigger events. We've had inaugurations of 3 presidents, catered for high delegations of presidents, dignitaries, VIPs from all across the world, from Bill Gates to Richard Branson to Barack Obama. The list, the Pope, the list just goes on and on and on. I feel very privileged to have been on the forefront of many of these events. I could actually say any event that any major event Sarova has had since 2010, I've actually been a part of those events. There are very many, and from hosting private chefs tables for top VIPs, doing high-end quality, this cuisine to that cuisine. We've actually done quite a bit over the years. So it's not only the big events that Sarova can handle. We can handle those intimate, high-end events as well. But yeah, numbers is not a challenge to us. Bring it on, and I think we're here to do it. Well, that's a tough one. I'm not the boss at home, but yeah, something that when I got married a few months before I joined Sarova Hotels, or a year before I joined Sarova Hotels. My wife was not too sure what I do. She knows that I work in the hotel business. Yeah, I'm a chef and all that. One of the deals we had in the very beginning was we should not bring work home. So I remember in the initial years, initial few months, she's like, cook. I'm like, I'm not cooking. Why? I don't bring my work home. And that's on a lighter moment. And that's, yes, do I cook at home? Yes, I do. I'm a believer of keeping my food extremely simple, enhanced flavors, because food brings a lot of joy to very many people. That's what I mean, brings families together, brings joy to events. So I try to keep my food to that level. I do cook at home. I have my days, but yeah, I keep it easy. I think chefing is one of the most blessed careers. It's very high pressure because you're always pushing the limits to be the best in what you do, but it's a very fruitful and satisfying career. You hear a guest say that meal was amazing. There's no greater blessing than that, and it goes back to the start of mankind. Food's been a parcel of journey of people growing and being there. So I think it's a very fulfilling career. Happy to hear people say, wow, that was amazing. That feeling keeps you going. For the young chefs coming up, I'll just say, remain focused. For your initial years, don't chase the money. Build the brand. Build your name. Work under a good chef. Put your head down. Focus in your skill and getting better. This thing of chasing money, I know money is an important factor, but I always keep telling the young chefs, focus on the goal. You want to build the brand first. The money will come. But there's no shortcut to success. It's hard work and dedication and passion. This career needs time. Don't give it time and it won't give you time. That's what it is. And I think that's what's got me where I am today. It's the dedication. It's the 20-hour shifts, 30-hour shifts. We've done many of those. My constant shift these days is actually 12, 13 hours. That's a normal day for me at work. So that's what I tell the young guys. You have to give this career time.